The Call of Duty map Liberty. The map carrier is connected because the carrier ship is right there next to the Statue of Liberty. And then also hijacked as well. You can get on the hijack boat and carrier. And maybe cargo. I don't know if cargo was on a ship or was on like the coast of an island. Maybe all those together. And then when you play cargo, the background is the map Liberty. The whole map is to advertise Liberty, to make Liberty like it's a big map because you have hijacked, cargo, and whatever I just said the first one. The aircraft, whatever it was called. Carrier, yeah. And then maybe another map too, combined.
I think they're in the water. I think space is a distraction.
There is an island map too. It can be near like an island. I don't know, but you can do that. That'd be kind of cool though. Combine all those maps. So when you play those maps, because you know how old maps come to new games. So when you play those maps, you see the other maps. Like when you're playing Carrier, you can see Hijack. Hijack's like right there next to you, right alongside Carrier and shit. And then when you're looking at Hijacked, you can see like a previous game. Or you can see a real game that actually happened. And then like that game is happening in real life. No matter what happened on that game, they pick like the game picks a specific online game that people have actually played, and it puts those people on the hijack map, so you can actually literally sit there and watch a game being played, but somehow all the maps are connected. I think that'd be cool. And then more Call of Duty ideas for Kino, reinvention of Kino. You can rent videos off Call of Duty. See, I've already thought of selling the skins on Cold War, the wedding skin, the marijuana suit skin. I don't know if it was like a rock star skin or an Indian. I was thinking of different skins you could buy, but I come up with the skin idea. Airplane wings on a gun idea. Spray painting to make your marker, like you mark your spawn point and shit, or you can just be goofy when you start off the game. Like and my idea for when you're standing there in the countdown, you can move and go spray paint, but you can't, like, there's like a perimeter. You can't go past that perimeter, but you can sit around there during the countdown while guys are loading. As soon as you get loaded, you can just go start spray painting and shit, Then, like, if you're a sniper and you're sitting there waiting, you can spray paint, and you can mark areas like for your team, because if you're managing a team, you like maybe you spray paint 6 on a building, but only your team can see it. So you say number 6 or whatever, or someone's name right there. Number 6 is where you are. And you're going around the maps showing your team. Let's say it's just you and your team, and you're training your team. And also, Call of Duty can have training, so your clan leader can go to a map, log everybody in as like a free for all kind of deal, and you can literally mark locations, and like each location comes out of the building as like a bubbly, a motion bubbly, with like an arrow or whatever, with an indicator to let you know the different sections of the map. So when you're telling, so everybody knows what sectors of the map and the names of the buildings and all that. So when your clan goes in to infiltrate, and you're sending your different members out, and you have the map, you're looking at a printout of the map. Also Call of Duty should allow printout, so you can print out an overview of the maps. You should be able to click on there and click on an icon that says print. So you can print out the maps. And also I thought of the idea of 3D printing Call of Duty maps. zombie maps and the multiplayer maps. You can buy the schematics for it, so you can print it yourself, or you can order dioramas of the actual maps. The actual real maps is the same map. They just shrink it down to 3D print it. I'd have Nuketown. All my favorite Call of Duty maps, I'd have dioramas for all of them. I'd have Nuketown. What's the shooting gallery? Is that what it's called? Gallery or some shit? I forgot what that map's called. I think it's called, yeah, Shooting Gallery. I think so. I don't remember. But like a lot of maps, dude, I'd love to just have the dioramas hanging from the wall and the real Call of Duty characters playing, you know, and shit. I think it'd be cool as fuck. Or at least have a hologram, have a way to have a hologram, have it like you can watch a live action zombie game from a hologram. In the future, this would be cool. You can watch a live action zombie game just like you're looking at a model and shit. And you can hear the players talk when dudes are streaming. You can hear them from their voices and shit from the characters. Dude ran way over there. You can hear him from way over there. It's like his voice is coming from underneath the map and shit. So it's coming from that character. It'd be crazy. Technology will get so crazy though. But I'm recording a video to let people know the ideas I thought of. You know, airplane wings on the gun. I think little danglies off the gun and shit. Definitely have your clan tag, your name on the gun, you know. All that kind of shit you can do with a gun, I've thought of, you know. I don't think of scopes and shit. I don't like scopes. I don't think of any of that. Oh yeah, I did think of the fucking middle finger reticle though. I thought of different reticles before, well, before people started coming out with cool designed reticles. Like they had like square, like the Predator reticle and shit. Like I was thinking, hey, what about like a middle finger? You know, it's like that way when you get the last kill cam, someone can see you killing somebody with a middle finger. It's like fuck you, you know. And I think you can have the middle finger reticle. I invented the middle finger emoji people use. I invented all the emojis people use because I was fighting the word like and the fact of when you go on YouTube, you can only like. You still even in 2024, you can't hit love on a video on YouTube. It's only like. And I left the comment somewhere. I know, saying why the fuck I don't like to be told how to feel about some shit. Like you have to like it or not like it. Like that's being told how to feel about some shit. Like it means you'd recommend it to a friend. If you there's like no in between. There's like should be a different rate. It should be a rating system on the video. You should be able to put ha ha ha. Oh, a lot of people put ha 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 on here. This one's funny. That way you see the views, you see the emojis. How many people put ha ha ha? Oh, 5,000 views and only 499 put ha ha ha. You know. That'd be kind of cool if YouTube rates the video as you're watching it. The camera's watching your face. If you don't laugh or show any, it just reads your emotions, and then rates the video what you thought of it at that time. I think that'd be kind of cool technology too. Automated ratings. But then when you finish a movie off any streaming network, it automatically pops up so you can add your rating to it. And then it probably automatically rates by your performance with the video. How many, if you talked, if you repeated some lines of the video, if you got out of your seat, if you got close to the TV and was, if you're getting really into it, or whatever, maybe you high five somebody on the TV, whatever the fuck you do. You're drunk, you're doing stupid shit or whatever. Throw food at the TV, whatever you do. The more participation you are with the movie, the more you're enjoying it. So you can have like an AI reading your brain waves, and so the AI knows what you're thinking about the movie. Even you might say, "Oh man, this movie's fucking great, dude," and it says, "Okay, you're all right, 10 already, a 10." You know, if you said it's fucking great, but there's different emotions based on each star of rating. One would be the movie wasn't even good enough to finish, or two would be hated it, don't want to talk about it, wouldn't see it ever again. Two would be good enough to watch halfway through. That's like two. You don't hate it, but you might watch it and then just lose interest in it. Three would be like, I would nearly finish the movie, but I wouldn't worry if I didn't finish it. Four would be like, I would watch it one time my entire life. That would be like number four. Then five would be, I would watch it once every 5 years. It's only worth watching when you're at a get together, when you're with people, but not a movie you would choose to watch over other movies. Then six, you're starting to get more into. After you pass five, you start getting more into like how you favor the movie. Like six would be like, I'd watch the movie once a year. Seven would be like, I'd watch this movie once every 6 months with people. Eight would be like 10 would be like, I gotta watch this movie once a month, kind of shit. That's like, I would, if I would find an opportunity, whether or not I'm alone or with somebody, to watch this movie once every 2 to 3 months. Probably every 3 months. That way you watch it like 4 times a year. Once a season. Who watches a movie like once a week? Yeah, that'd be kind of stupid to do that. I used to watch The Crow. It seemed like I'd watch it once a week, but of course I grew out of it. Out of watching it so many times. But you got to grow out of some shit. When you burn the movie in your brain, you can quote every scene. You're not going to be watching it constantly. Maybe not. Like, I love the Beverly Hills Cops and shit. Those are great. Part 4 is going to be fucking intense, too. But the Call of Duty ideas, just recorded the track to let my viewers know, or whoever's watching, someone skipping through or whatever. But to just record and tell you about the video, the multiplayer map I said at the beginning. And then, zombie maps, I came up with Origins. Me and my friend Dig, I was talking about, if an apocalyptic scene, you can play an apocalypse. He thought, I think it was either Dig or Johnny Chiba that was talking about the big robots. I think it was Dig. And I said, you'd be running in the mud. He said, well, and I said, he questioned about the mud. I said, well, you wouldn't be in the mud constantly, because it would be just kind of stupid. You'd be slow in the mud, but then there'd be like where the dirt would be dry and shit. Then there'd be planks you could walk on and shit too. So all that came true about the planks and the mud and the dry land and all that. And then he was talking about big robots, which I might have thought of but hadn't thought of at the time, because me and him were both talking about Origins. We didn't come up with no name. We were just talking about what if zombies were in an apocalyptic scenario, and then we were spitting out ideas. Now I do remember telling Johnny Chiba, which he's dead now though. He died of an ulcer, which I told that motherfucker how to cure. Eat them raw vegetables, you can cure that ulcer.
The question of where are the aliens, which I get asked a lot. This is like the Fermi paradox. Where are the aliens? And I've not seen any evidence that there are aliens on Earth.
During the Milken Institute Global Conference, Musk talked about.
You'll see him in space when you go do your exploring and shit. But anyways, I thought of the gramophone because I was trying to remember. I was like, what is that called? What is that called? Where you play the record on it? And then Johnny Chiba said gramophone. I said, yeah, gramophone. So I was talking about how you got to go gather up different records to put them on certain gramophones, and then you're playing the music, and the music opens up the portal, the door. Opens up like a cave door or portal or whatever I was talking about. So the gramophones, I thought about of an origin, and I did talk about staffs. Not on that same day though. I was telling Big Daddy about staffs. So I came up with staffs as specialty weapons though, but they're really not specialty. You can build them and shit instead of earn them. But so yeah, almost every idea from Origins I came out with. Mob of the Dead the same way. Die Rise, the actual name Die Rise, because of High Rise, I said Die Rise, and also the Sliquifier, so the zombies could slip and fall. And I was hoping the zombies would be able to fall off the building and you'd be able to see it. Like if there's a building right next to you and your partner's right across, like there was a zip line that goes across, and your buddy's six liquefying zombies, and they're just all falling off the building in hordes. I think that would be cool. That way you can kill them just by like, you could kick them because you could kick them in fucking Shangri-La. It'd be cool if you could kick a zombie. I've been wanting the characters to be able to kick zombies, but instead the punch came in before the kick because I wanted there to be a vine you could swing on to swing across a broken bridge. This was my Vietnam map idea, I think, or a map similar that had similar features with the big towers and the bridge. There's like 3 towers or 4 towers that fall into each other. As part of an Easter egg, they all fall and then bam, they all lodge and get stuck against each other and shit. And that causes some shit. Causes some doorway to open or some shit. Because the bottom of the towers pulls on, when the towers lean, it pulls on this cord which opens up this doorway. So you actually have to knock these towers over to open up the door. So
Did you see it? Yes, a small man appeared from behind the tree and then disappeared when it felt like it was being watched.
Parts of buried about the ghosts in the house and shit, and the saloon style zombies was buried. I've always wanted a zombie map to be part, a graveyard to be part, like there was a hill and there's gravestones all along the hill and shit. And zombies are coming up at you, and you can shoot them above the headstones. You can shoot through the headstones and shit. That way they can't just run up the hills at you. They have to zombies have to dodge the headstones and shit too. I think that'd be more challenging and shit. And the headstones aren't where there's like a big line. When you run down the hill, you have to maneuver around each headstone too. You can't just run down a big like pathway, because they become up the pathway anyways. You have to run from them, jump over the headstones, maneuver around them and shit too. I think that'd be kind of cool.
As they pull up their net, they discover a huge creature tangled.
And to get up that hill, you'd have to have a fucking marathon to get up that hill.
A human-like arm sticks out from the mass with webbed fingers. Now, I don't know of any edible fish with hands, which has me wondering what exactly the fisherman caught. Could it be one of the legendary mermaids or a siren species? Or are we dealing with something entirely new?
But yeah, just jot my ideas. And then the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. I already made a picture. The butcher's in the left hand, the baker's in the right hand. You put the guns together, you make the candlestick maker for Dracula's castle. You shoot a zombie. Zombie becomes a candle. Starts burning and then melts away. Then when you can go also and suck up the wax melted on the ground too. It'll melt into a big pile and melt together. But if you don't suck that wax up in time, that wax is like the T1000. It'll coagulate together and form a big wax version of Dracula, which is the boss kind of dude. Like he'll be like he's like the soul. Oh yeah, that soul gatekeeper that flies around in Cold War. I thought of that. That's my idea. A phantom. I thought of a phantom flying around that zaps zombies and turns them evil or faster or whatever it was I was saying. But the phantom that flies around and does that character exactly. And then the homunculus, the little dude dancing in the box on Black Ops 4. Because I was saying, how like Crash Bandicoot, when you leave him alone, he looks around, then he'll do a dance and shit. That's kind of how I thought of the homunculus dude. Because I said when you leave your dude, you throw him, and if there's no zombies around, he entertains you. He just doesn't stand there like a retard. I mean, you paid for him. You bought $950. You paid for him. He's gonna entertain you regardless. But I said he's a little like caveman dude that beats the zombies with a big cape, he's like a Captain Caveman dude. But that's exactly what I was saying. He's like a little dude with a club that clubs the zombies on the heads and shit. And he's going around them real fast, beating them, and you can just see like a exactly. And the homunculus came out exactly how my brain said to come out. And then the tiger round on 9, Bigfoot round on the Infinite Warfare map where you can play Bigfoot and shit. The camp map with Kevin Smith. I thought of the Bigfoot round. I thought of also the alien one too with the roller coaster and shit. And then you can shoot off your roller coaster. All that shit's my idea. The whole space. All that shit's my idea. Elvira, that's my idea too, because I was talking about, because she's mistress of the dark. I said she would be perfect for the zombies. And I said, what you do, I said, you could play as her, but she can unlock Pack-a-Punch for you. Because I used to watch Elvira. She was popular. I'm 45 years old. She was popular. Man, she was like the first boobs I've ever loved. Because I used to watch her every day. Just think, those are some nice boobies, I still love Elvira's boobs. But I thought of her. I said she can unlock Pack-a-Punch for you. And then also after she unlocks Pack-a-Punch, you can be her. I said, she'll unlock Pack-a-Punch, and then she'll go around being your little sidekick because she's obviously by herself. She's not a character yet. But then I said you could actually have the opportunity to, like, maybe you're paying for her to be by your side. But however it works, and also that map she's on, I thought of too, because I thought of the monster that's in the sea. And then what I said was, he's out in the sea. I was telling Johnny Chiba this map. I said he's out in the sea, and then he fucking hits, like he karate chops a fucking tanker full of oil, and oil starts spilling out everywhere. He's just showing his fury. Then he comes up to the surface and he starts shooting these eggs at you, and you can shoot them and shit. I said that'd be cool. That'd be cool. That way, you can practice your judgment and shit, shooting shit out of the sky. And that's exactly what happened. The same with the werewolf. And Dead of Night, and the name Dead of Night is from me, and all that shit. The staring into the crystal balls. Opening up the forest behind the castle. And I said, as soon as you open up the forest, you're going to see trees. There's going to be a giant werewolf. And I said, you would think he's just going to be, on the pathway and shit and turn around and scare you. And I say, but no, he's on a tree. I say, as soon as you open the forest, you're going to hear, your remote's going to start vibrating. I say, you're going to hear him jump from one tree and then land on another tree. You're going to hear him jump from tree to tree, and you're going to think, holy fuck, what the hell? some shit's jumping on the trees and shit. Because you're going to hear the trees crunching as he's jumping on them. And then I said, then he's going to look at you. And he's going to put that fear in you. Then he's going to land. And as soon as he lands, he's just going to start chasing you. And right there is exactly what that wolf does. Exactly what I said. So many, many multiple ideas from Call of Duty has came out. Including the Homewrecker gun. The Howler. Which I know for a fact I've told people about the Howler. Because of Rutger Hauer and his 4-barreled shotgun from the movie Split Second. I used to have the poster on my wall, Split Second. So,
you don't need to be an expert on the subject to know we're looking at the embodiment of the creature on your screens. One question remains, though.
But yeah, I came out with the Howler.
Or is it fake?
And I didn't know it would be for Cold War, but I predicted it for a future Cold War game. And I thought that'd be cool if you have it on zombies and you pack a punch and it becomes the Rutger Hauer. I thought that'd be cool, but Call of Duty didn't do that shit. I think that'd be cool because it's spelled just like Hauer. And I also Rutger Hauer used a shotgun on Hobo with a Shotgun, and that movie was already out. And then I thought of the Rutger Hauer shotgun because of that movie too. But yeah, so my future. Oh yeah. Another idea about another future gun besides the Butcher Baker, the Candlestick Maker, the Tidal Wave. I've been making pictures of the Tidal Wave, which the Tidal Wave summons a meteor shower, summon tidal waves. You can split the ground open, make the ground split open, and zombies can fall in the ground, and the ground just kind of seals up like it's an evil spirit splitting the ground open. That's kind of your trap system. You split the ground open and they run and fall in, and some of them catch the other side and try climbing up at you. That's where you got to shoot them because they're jumping and gripping the other side, and some of them just fall in. But yeah, you make tidal waves cause eclipses, solar eclipses. So tidal waves, ground splitting, earthquakes, lava coming from the ground, meteor showers, eclipses. And then maybe storms, maybe not. You maybe have to upgrade to do storms on that gun. But that gun's for an Easter egg. The tidal wave. That's gonna be that's an undeniable. That's a badass gun. Who doesn't want to bring in a fucking meteor shower when you're playing on Mars and shit? But that gun's specifically for Mars. Right there's like an undeniable gun. Undeniable. It's like once you hear about that gun, you think, yep, we gotta make that gun. It's undeniable. You can't just shelf that gun and just say, nah, this is some shit that can't ever be in a game. Like, it's gonna be in a game. If Call of Duty doesn't make the tidal wave, it will be in a game. And when you change modes, you have different music. So while you're making tidal waves, it plays rap music, changing to a mode. Then it plays rap music while you're making a tidal waves. Then while you're making the ground quake, you can do metal. And then you can also customize that gun music-wise. Then Call of Duty can sell you music clips. Music clips. You pay 10 or 15 cents a music clip. Small amounts of money add up to be large amounts. And you think, okay, 15 cents for a song clip? Let me get 30 of them. You got $5 worth of song clips. So you can just pick all these different song clips. And then you can insert that song clip for the mode. So also Call of Duty can sell skins, which I thought of.
They, however, looked like
Uh,
more than
song clips,
just take a look at what they
movie reels for zombie maps. You can watch a movie in Kino.
creature on two legs with
That way, when you're killing zombies and shit on the stage and in Kino,
like a skinwalker.
you can watch a movie while you're killing zombies.
They might have gone in seeking an adventure.
And when you're on the stage, if you're from the side of the screen, you're watching the movie as if you're really in the theater, you know? I think that'd be wicked. And the screen can be curved, too. That way you can still see it when you're on the side. I think that'd be cool. And for when you're seeing it in the front, I think it'd be cool. So Call of Duty can sell you movie clips. Call of Duty can make a movie specifically for, so you can buy clips. You can buy like, you can rent a movie from Call of Duty, and it'll be like whatever, like 50 cents to rent a movie, or whatever, like 25 cents, 20 cents to rent a movie that they have though. And they're just gonna have like access to free movies or whatever, you know. So it's like you're playing that movie from an app and it's coming up on the screen in Kino.
Bamboo HR is your complete
Or what
HR
Call of Duty
payroll
might do is they might just have
platform where
partial
everything works
movies.
together in one place.
But what if you're in you play zombie games are long? What if you want to watch like Forrest Gump? What if you want to watch a 3 or 4 hour long movie? You should be able to do that. And if that feature doesn't come out soon, that feature will come out eventually. Whether or not it be 10, 20 years down the road, someone will invent the feature. But invent small items people can buy multiples of. So invent the gun. Invent the gun, you can sell music for the gun. Sell different skins for the gun. In case you want a different skin for your tidal wave. Like you gotta earn, maybe you can get the tidal wave by buying it or earning it. You have to go in the game, do a bunch of shit to earn the gun. That way you earned it, it's yours. You can't give it up because you earned it. Or maybe you can give it up if you want. Maybe you can give it to a kid or some shit. We do that shit all the time to help each other out. We invite kids to the Easter eggs and we do the Easter egg for them. And people do that to me because I don't really follow Easter eggs very much. I just wait for other people. They invite me to their game, do the Easter egg with me, and get me the achievement and shit. We help each other out as Call of Dutyers. But I just recorded because I want to just tell some of my ideas and shit.